Welcome back, y'all, and happy Thursday evening. This is the Bluechip Breakdown, and I'm your host, Bull. Since David Sanders has officially signed with our Volunteers, I think this is a perfect time for us to take a look at our commitment breakdown for the 2025 class because everyone signed except for Onis Coney, who we will be touching on here in just a minute. And I'm going to explain all the stuff that you're looking at. This is your first time seeing it, but please do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Double check and make sure that you are subscribed because a lot of y'all watch on a frequent basis. You might not know that you're not subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us out in a very major way. So you can double check by looking down in the bottom left corner. There's going to be a little button that says subscribe or subscribe. If there's no ED at the end, then you are not subscribed. But again, that helps us out tremendously. So thank you all so much in advance for supporting this channel. Now we're going to start off in the top right. Okay, everything that we're going to be looking at is coming from On3, and this is our class ranking. So we're currently 10th nationally and 7th in the SEC. We talked about how difficult of a league this is on the field and off the field. But within that same box, if you look up under it, there's a blue chip ratio, and ours for this class is 62%. Now, a blue chip ratio is just comparing the amount of 5- and 4-star players that you have on your roster compared to everyone else. 5- and 4-star is considered blue chip caliber. And Bud Elliott came out with this blue chip ratio that said that no team has won a national title with less than like a 50% blue chip ratio. It's something like that. And Michigan might have actually broke that mark last season. And we will also talk about where our class is sitting at currently, or, where our team is sitting at currently this season after this portion of it. But under that, right, you will see the 5- and 4-star scale, okay, which will correlate to what we're going to be talking about on the left. All right, so let's come on over to the left, and we're going to see that things are split up between offense and defense, and I have each position group up under offense and defense. We'll see how many players are inside of each position group and what their average player rating is according to On3. Up under that in green, you're going to see the offense and defense's, average player rating, and again, that will correlate to the On3 player ratings to your right. So we'll start off on offense at quarterback. We've only got one commit, that is GMAC, and he's a 93.18. So that's 4-star caliber. That looks really good. We all know that he's going to be a tremendous talent. He was previously a 5-star player, or, just according to the rankings and stuff. I take the rankings and all that, y'all, with a grain of salt. This is not the end-all, be-all, but I will tell you that GMAC is a 5-star caliber player. No question about that. Now on down to running backs, we have 2 commits, and they're averaging about an 87.87, which is just below the blue chip, threshold. So, I mean, both of those guys are really good as well. Y'all saw all the film breakdowns that I've done. I've got them rated a lot higher than what On3 does. Wide receiver, we have 3 players committed at a 91.31. That's well within the range of being blue chip. Tight end, we have 2 players committed, 91.77. Definitely within that blue chip range. And then offensive line, we have 3 players currently committed at a 92.76. Definitely within that blue chip caliber range. The offense as a whole is sitting at a 91.37, which again is within that blue chip range. So I think that we're doing a really good job going out and finding good players. Again, this is just according to On3, but if you let me tell it, right, if you really look at this stuff, I think, honestly speaking, in a much more objective way, then yeah, this class is even better than what these ratings are showing. And there is still a chance that the class could take a bump up. All these players could be taken, or some of these players could be taking bumps up, once they kind of finish out with all their grades, before this class fully ends. Next, let's talk about defense. We're going to be starting off with the cornerbacks. Currently have 4 commits at an 88.54, just up under the threshold for blue chip caliber. One of those players would be Onis Coney, who I think he talked about maybe signing by tomorrow, but he's not going to be coming up on campus until like next year. So I don't know if he's still going to stick to that timeline or if he's going to take some more time to look at us versus Florida, because that is the competition. Now, the more time that he takes, I think the more that he's going to be leaning towards Florida. But at the same time, we're going to have some more time to, maybe find some more money or, whatever it is that he's looking for to maybe sweeten up his deal and keep him in this class. But I wanted to make sure that I did include him in this because he is still currently committed. Now let's come on down to the safeties. We have 2 currently committed at an 87.9. That is up under the blue chip threshold. Linebackers, we have 4 currently committed, and they are at a 90.21, which is within that blue chip threshold. Defensive tackle, 3 commits and 92.16, definitely within that threshold. Now, I did not put Marion Dye inside of that category with the defensive tackles, but I do think that that's where he's going to end up at. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I put him up under defensive ends, which we have 2 of. It's going to be him and Jaden Lofton. That's at a 92.41, definitely within that threshold. So defense is sitting at a 90.24. So offense and defense, guys, we have recruited at a blue chip level according to On3. And if you look at the way that this is broken down, what you're going to notice is the front seven stuff is blue chip caliber everywhere outside of running back. But like I told y'all, that is, well, I mean, you could probably even say that that's not front seven. Some people say it's front seven. Some people say that it's not. Within our offensive scheme, I pretty much call that front seven because we spread things out so much. But really that, you know, them and the tight end, that is going to be front seven. So my whole point right there is just to say that, yeah, it's up under that blue chip caliber, but it really matters about what you're doing up front, you know, on the offensive line, on the defensive line. Both of those things are well within the blue chip caliber range, and that's where championship teams are definitely built. And then on top of that, I would definitely say quarterback, doing a great job there. Safety would probably be another spot that I would say we might need to try to, you know, bump some things up just a little bit, but I still think that the safeties that we have inside of this class are underrated. So I love what we're doing right now with this class, and I think that there's several players in here that could have a chance to get some early playing time next year as true freshmen. All right, now let's take a look at 24/7 Sports Team Talent Composite Rankings, and I'm going to scroll through this slow just so that y'all can see who's where, but this is basically just showing you the most talented rosters in the country according to 24/7 Sports and the players that they have got out of the high school ranks or from the transfer portal. You can see that our Tennessee Volunteers are sitting at 17th nationally, which means that from a talent perspective, as far as 24/7 Sports is concerned, we have the 17th best roster in the entire country. We currently have 4 5-stars on our roster with 37 4-stars, and we are literally sitting at a 50% blue chip ratio. Now, some players have transferred out. I don't think that this is adding those players in or taking them away, but every class that we sign that has a higher blue chip ratio than 50% will bring that up. So this class sitting at 62 is going to make this roster more talented next season. And like we just kind of talked about, we still have the transfer portal, so we can add even more talent. All those things definitely look good for our Tennessee Volunteers. And I mean, look, if we can make it to the college football playoffs with the 17th best roster, that tells you a lot about what this coaching staff is doing. And of course, you can see up here at the top, you know, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State, and then Texas. But look at Clemson. I mean, they're struggling right now. So we have a really, really good coaching staff, and I'm very excited to see what these players do once they get up with this coaching staff. But that's it for this video. Please do leave your thoughts down in the comment section. And as always, please do make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other volunteer fans. We will see y'all on the next one. Thanks. Peace.